Welcome everybody to Morel's Man Cave, where we keep the party going. Today's topic is so important, and I think it's one of the most underrated things about life. We don't appreciate, or most importantly, acknowledge out loud who got us to where we at, who made us successful. Let's be honest, you didn't do it on your own. There was a person or people to help you get to where you're at. Am I saying you got to do this because you're a millionaire? No, because I'm not a millionaire. I'm an average guy. But what I'm saying is, I done made so many mistakes in my life. Without these people, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be a proud father. I wouldn't be a homeowner, as you can see on my shirt. I wouldn't be as handsome as I am without a mother and a father. I wouldn't be as tall. It is so many multiple layers to me being successful, but it's not about me. I want you to take up this conversation and be like, you know what? I need to start acknowledging the people who helped me to be where I'm at. Let's start from the beginning. I don't have any music, so I'll give you guys some finger effects right fast. My mom and my dad got together. I don't know if it was a one night stand. I don't know if it was a 3 year relationship. I could really care less. The fact of the matter is, I'm here. That's all that matters. So that alone says I'm meant to be here because they had some bedroom action and I'm here. Great. Congratulations. Throughout the years, I've had many teachers who sat me down and was like, hey, Morel, you are a very charismatic person, so forth, so on, but I want you to do this. And they steered me in the right direction. Now, fast forward a little bit more, I'm in high school. I'm not an A student by any means. I'm a BC student all day, but I've had multiple teachers pull me to the side and be like, look, you know what? I see something in you. And that's all it takes for somebody like myself to actually understand that I'm better than the rest. And it sounds funny to say that out loud, like I'm better than the rest, but let's be honest, this is a individual sport. If you're playing a team sport in life, you're going to lose every time. You need to think for yourself, do things as a team when a team is involved. But at the end of the day, you are who you hang around. If you hang around 10 bad people, guess what? You're the 11th bad person. So another way to look at it is like this. Are you the smartest person in the room? If you're the smartest person in the room, then you're really not that smart. Not to be bad, unless you're Albert Einstein, Bill Gates, or something of that nature, you might want to get into a different room. Now, over time, went to high school. I joined this great adventure called the Marine Corps. I did 22 years of honorable service. And to the outside looking in, man, 22 years, you did that easily. Absolutely not. The first 4 years is by far the hardest. And I got to give her a super shout out. So I went to boot camp, did my thing, so forth. So for all you who don't know what boot camp is, it's basic training for Marines. That's about a 3 month process where they got you running, jumping, learning all kind of different things, so forth, so on. You go through that training. You go to your actual job training, which I was basically like I'm a financial guy. I make sure you get paid every first and the 15th. That was my job in the Marine Corps. And when we got to our first duty station, basically our first place to kind of hang out and learn our job and hang out was in Jacksonville, North Carolina, at a base called Camp Lejeune. And when I got to this base, it was me and I want to say 5 other people. So it's a bunch of people gathered around for all the newbies. Like, okay, I got all these newbies about to come over here, and I get to get one of them. And we're fresh. We don't know what's going on. And at the time, the leader of the office, they called him the Master Gunnery Sergeant, had us in a hats. And in the hat, he had our name in it. And everybody's like looking for the lottery, like, oh, snap. I want that one. I want that one. We all sitting back like we don't know what's going on. So all the staff NCOs, which is the senior management people for people who don't know about the military, she went into the hat and picked first. Her name was Veronica Saria. And she picked out, she said, I'm looking for private first class more. I was like, that's me. And she was like, you're coming with me. And I was like, thank goodness. I don't know what that means exactly. I went into this section called fiscal. And for those who know my job as a disperser or finance guy, it's one of the best places to be in the building. She was a 100% mother figure to me. Definitely military. Don't get me wrong, but she was definitely a mother. She made not really that she brushed my teeth, but she made sure that I was on point at all times. She guided me. She gave me that motherly love that I really needed. Being a 19-year-old person, just joined the military for the first time, being away from family, and I can't thank her enough. Without her guidance, without her mentorship, I wouldn't be here. And also, I'm gonna say another couple stories about her right fast. I'm a 19-year-old private first class, new entry into the military, and she used to have parties at her house. I'm at her house with first sergeants, sergeant majors, and I'm 19 years old, private first class. Like, what am I doing here? But guess what? Back in the 1900s, because I joined in 1996, we had this rule, which is broken right now. You can't do this anymore. As you can party with almost anybody, long as on Monday morning you never mention it. So here I am hanging out with sergeant majors, was very high on the food chain, first sergeants, gunnery sergeants, master sergeants, at a party, drinking with these people, playing card games and having a good time. But guess what? No one ever knew about it on Monday morning. Yes, staff sergeant. Yes, gunnery sergeant. Yes, first sergeant. I was that private first class that kept my damn mouth shut. And guess what? I had the doors of the Marine Corps open up to me. Going from that and that great experience, it exposed me to which I don't think most people understand is keeping your damn mouth shut. Everybody wants to brag. Oh, man, I was hanging out with this person. I was with that person. Shut your damn mouth. Because when you shut your mouth and you get into a room that you're not supposed to be in, you're like, wow, I see the world for what it really is. Now, from that experience, from me doing a great job, I went on to do my first deployment on a MEU, which is a Marine Expeditionary Unit. So at the time, I'm a corporal, and Staff Sergeant at the time, Anthony Garcia, took me in. And now I had a motherly figure. And I would say Anthony Garcia was not my fatherly figure, but what he was a disciplinarian. But at the same time, though, we had some damn fun. I'm bringing up these stories for my personal being, but I want you to think about what is your personal story? Who has helped you out throughout the years? Now, while on this first deployment, I got in a bit of trouble. And I could have easily been reduced in rank for the thing that I did. I didn't mean to do it. Let's make this very clear, but I did it. He could have said, you know what? I don't like you. I'm going to hammer you. I'm going to make you reduce in rank. I'm going to, make you lose some money, so forth, so on. He said, you know what? I got you. Apologize like this. Do things like that. And I got you. I said, hey, no problem. I'm going to follow your lead. Follow his lead. His lead, became very successful at doing that deployment. Moved on. Went to the next deployment. Terry Hoagland, he was there. He helped me out in the exact same way. He was like, you know what? I got you. At the time, I was a corporal and then moved on to a sergeant. Matter of fact, we got to back it up even further. I got to go backwards. So Veronica Saria, my mom, I got two people I have to thank, like right now, when I was a corporal, before I went on the deployment. Tracy Thomas and Carla Williams. I could easily been kicked out the Marine Corps within my first year and a half. Easy. I did something in the barracks that they know about. I'll leave it as that. And they know about it. So they brought me into the room with somebody else, and they know the story. I'll leave it as that. And they said, look, what happened? I was like, look, to be honest with you, XYZ happened. And they was like, oh, that's it? I was like, yeah, but I'm sorry. If anybody else would have heard that story, they could have been like, you know what? Write him up, reduce his rank, so forth, so on, blah, blah, blah. They said, nah, you come to PT on time. Your reputation is spotless. I got you. And I don't think people really pay attention to that part about life. Your reputation is everything. People will go the extra mile to help you if you have a good reputation. I'll say it again, a good reputation. You just can't come in one day and be like, okay, I'm up I'm doing my thing so forth. The next day be down. You need to be on point at all times, especially in the beginning, whether it be in the Marine Corps, whether it be in the private sector, whatever it may have been. Your reputation is everything. Your reputation is basically a resume. Oh, when they say Morel Moore, they think about all of these great things or whatever that may have been. If that's what they say about you, it's because your reputation. What you don't want them to say is, oh, this guy's hot garbage. He's always late. Uniform is trash. The breath stinks. The hygiene is terrible. You always want to be known as a good representation. So thank you, Tracy Thomas, Carla Williams, Veronica Surreal, Anthony Garcia, Terry Hoagland. And there's many, many, many more to add to the list. But at the beginning, that was it. Oh, you know what? I got to go a little bit further. So now at the time, I'm a sergeant. I'm at Cherry Point, not Cherry. Is it Cherry Point? No, New River. I'm in New River, North Carolina. I'm at a small base, maybe 30 Marines. And I did yet another stupid thing. And there was this woman who tremendously helped me out. Her name is Bridget Wiltz. And when you see this video, she can remember, she could be like, damn, I really was there. Everything I did before, I could have easily been kicked out the Marine Corps for. And when I did at New River, I 100% could have been kicked out for. But she said, you know what, Morel? You got a good representation, good resume. You're always on time. You do your thing. Stop being an asshole to whatever degree that is. I ain't gonna say what happened. That's between me and her. Said, I got you. And I said, you know what? Whatever you need, I got you. And we had a great tour together. And she was actually at my retirement ceremony. And I definitely appreciate her. The moral of this video is there's so many people who help you become the person you are today. I need you guys to sit back and just think about who helped me. Acknowledge that person. Ain't got to be a phone call. Maybe they're no longer here, so forth. If you happen to have them on Facebook, hit them up right fast. On Instagram, hit them up right fast. Matter of fact, go reach out to them. Damn, I remember random name Anthony Walker. If Anthony Walker helped you to become successful in life at any given point, go find that person on YouTube, on Instagram, on whatever platform. Make some phone calls. Like, hey, do you know Anthony Walker's phone number? Because you didn't do it by yourself. You didn't become the successful person to whatever degree that is by yourself. Acknowledge who helped you become successful. Because I promise you this, I wouldn't be the father that I am. I wouldn't be the man that I am. I would definitely not become as successful as I am right now. I wouldn't even be a homeowner. I can't even wear this shirt for all the things I did within my first 4 to 5 years. I wouldn't be wearing this shirt. Homeowner, the things that I did, sheesh. Not that I should have been in the brig. I ain't do nothing that crazy, but it could have been very easy. So if anybody knows me in the Marine Corps, they're like, damn, that guy's pretty cool. The reason I was pretty cool because I made so many mistakes in the past. Stop. The biggest thing that I hate about life, take out the Marine Corps, put it in there in the Marine Corps, just in life in general. So many people get put onto the high part of the food chain, whatever they may have been, maybe a manager, maybe a CEO in the military, upper rank, maybe an officer, and they forget about all the crap that they did back in the past. And they act like they never did anything, and they become assholes to somebody who makes 1 or 2 mistakes. I can't stand that with a passion. So for anybody who knows me, they're like, damn, why is he so cool? Because I made so many I made the same mistakes you did. The difference is I had people to look out for me. And my whole time in the military, I don't think I wrote any, I won't say page 11s, or I forget what they call it. It's been a while since I've been in the military. All that negative paperwork, I've never done that before. Somebody else gave it to me. I had to basically sign off on it and go to the next route. But believe you me, if I did, let's say hypothetically 2 negative papers on somebody, they truly deserved it. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. For example, like maybe they smoked marijuana, something of that nature. But like if you did something like real small, I might not physically slap you in the face, but I'm gonna figure out a way to make you pay for that. But I'm never trying to hit your pocketbook. I want everybody to be a proud veteran homeowner. But the purpose of this video is I want everybody to go back into your history, if especially if you're in your 30s and 40s and 50s, and be like, damn, who helped me become successful? And did I ever shot them out? Shots. Did I ever shot them out? Did I ever tell them, hey, thank you? At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and you're laying in the church, or you're in that casket, or you might get cremated, whatever it may have been, you look back on life, but like, damn, I had a pretty damn good life. But in order for me to have this good life, I had to have so many people help me out. And with that being said, put it into the stream, like, subscribe, and comment to the comment section. But overall, keep the party going.